Okay, this is your lying piriformis stretch. It can take a bit of practice to find the stretch here, but I promise you it's worth it. So we are targeting one of those really deep rotator muscles right up underneath the glutes that attach into onto your pelvis. That's important information to know because I want you to feel the stretch deep and right in that pelvis. If we're feeling a stretch through the front of our hips or our glutes, maybe not the best stretch for us. So what we're going to do is we're coming down onto our back. I'm going to do it facing a few different ways so you can see what it looks like. Now I'm bringing my knee up so it's over my hip, and then I'm going to externally rotate it and grab the foot. Now if that's too hard, you can grab a strap. I've got a really strong resistance band here that will not move, and you can use that. As long as we're keeping the knee, we want to keep the knee over the hip at this point and just get that external rotation. So this is your first position. From here, you're going to slide your other leg out. Okay, we've still got our knee over our hip. We've just got our nice long leg. We shouldn't be feeling a stretch in the piriformis just yet. So our next movement is to take this knee and move it across the midline. So we kind of want to take it straight across to the belly button. And yeah, I'm feeling that one. We want to keep the hip down. We don't want to take the hip off the floor. We've got both hips sinking into the ground, but we're just keep bringing this other leg across, and using a band can help. If you're not going to use a band, it's probably going to look a little more like this. I like to take this hand and pop it sort of in that hip so I can really feel it going down. So we want to feel movement this way and stability this way. And this one we're actually going to hold for a few breaths. It'll tell you in your program however many breaths or how much time to stay there. Really important to just breathe through. And when you're finished, coming on back and releasing it. Let me show you from a different angle this time. So we'll go from the side. So bring it up, knee over hip, externally rotate. We're still keeping the knee over the hip. Lengthen that leg long. Hopefully you don't have weights in the way like I do. And then taking it over. Oh yeah. And it's going to be a little bitey at first. And that's where we have to use our breath. If you're finding that there's too much tension here and you cannot hold it, that is when I really do want you to bring in a band so you can release this foot in the rotation as much as you need to be able to get it across the midline, keep the hip down, and feel a nice little stretch deep in that hip. And breathe. And then release. That is your lying piriformis stretch.